Unfortunately, we had another day of pleasant weather before things start ramping up as we move on into Saturday. Though, as we are moving into Saturday, we are expecting our temperatures to get back up into those 70s for your day tomorrow. Back into those mid and mid-upper 70s there. Strong thunderstorms namely developing in the late afternoon, heading into the evening as well. But that main line really doesn't roll through till later. Either way, you can still expect some strong winds throughout the day. Gusts upwards of 25 and 30 miles per hour, even out ahead of that storm as that does move through. We're still under that level 3 out of 5 risk, that enhanced risk for severe weather tomorrow. Game plan changing only a little bit there. Flooding only a little bit higher of a risk there. Hail a little bit lower. Still strong winds and tornadoes still very much on the table for tomorrow. Not as much as what we saw back in December, but still very much a threat you should be taking seriously. And as this is an overnight event, make sure you're already getting your plans sort of in place for tomorrow. We're starting off here with our futurecast at 8 a.m. on Saturday. Some showers here and there that could last through the overnight as well, but we're coming into Saturday morning, still seeing some of those here and there. We do get a little bit of clearing into the afternoon as well, 1, 2 o'clock. Seeing a little bit of clearing here back to partly cloudy skies for those clouds return on into the evening. We're not seeing, what we're not seeing is what we saw yesterday. We're not seeing a whole lot of activity out ahead of that main line. So as that main line is coming in, we are seeing sort of just the main line, not really a whole lot out ahead of it like we did see those a few little isolated cells out in front of it. Now we are seeing that coming into more of our western counties right along that 10, 11 o'clock hour. Rolls on through, hits meridian right around the midnight hour. So we're backing up the time just a little bit here from what we saw yesterday. Yesterday it was saying right around 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock it would hit the meridian area. Now it's saying more like midnight. Moves on through, and much like what we did see with that December event, once that main leading edge passes, the severe threat drops off significantly. It's moving out of our area by the time we're on to that 1, 2 o'clock hour on into Sunday morning, rolling completely out of our area by Sunday morning proper. We got a couple of clouds here and there, or some more cloud cover there, but that clears on into Sunday afternoon. Another big part with this we're seeing is wind coming on into Saturday afternoon. As I said, wind gusts upwards of 25 and 30 miles per hour you have to contend with throughout your day tomorrow. And as that line approaches on through, we're still going to see 25 up to 30 miles per hour as well. As that line approaches, could go as high as 35 and 40 miles per hour as it's moving on through. Check that out. Newton, upwards of 45 miles per hour predicted as that is moving on through y'all's area. Even just behind that main line, still 40, 45, maybe even upwards of 50 miles per hour with this as it's moving on through. And even as we're heading on into Sunday morning, we're still going to see those winds gusting a little bit there, up to 20 and 25 miles per hour behind that as that cold air does funnel in behind that main line. Rain predictions also backed off a little bit as well, upwards of 0.8 to maybe an inch tomorrow, all told. Fortunately, not as much as we had predicted, which is good because that ground is still very much saturated. Rivers are very high. We're still dealing with those river flood warnings potentially through the rest of this week and on into Sunday as well. Take a look now at your next 7 days. First alert weather day for tomorrow, we're looking at that. Temperatures back there in those mid and upper 70s, straight back into the 50s into Sunday as that front moves through. We have another cold front moving through midway through this week, Tuesday into Wednesday. That drops our temperatures even further from those 50s and 60s back down into the 40s, with those lows getting back down into the 20s and teens again. Look at that, more cold weather on the way. Here I thought we were, past the cold, but now I guess we were due for our Easter cold snap, or the pre-Easter snap. Then we'll get the Easter snap,
sure,
and then we'll finally clear it out of our
Punxsutawney Phil said we had 6 more weeks of winter, and he might be correct on this one because 18 degrees. Pretty chilly.
Yeah, that is a little chilly out there.
But like Zach's been saying, make sure you're weather aware tomorrow, especially going into Sunday morning, early Sunday morning, late Saturday night.
Like 10 o'clock onwards, you really need to kind of be prepped, even though I know most people will probably be in bed by that time.
All right, well, thank you so much for that,
Always.
Zach. Well, it's